Controlled descent.
My name's Mitty and welcome back to the channel. Today is something really exciting and we're going to give you some really amazing information about the up and coming game Subnautica 2. Now, I absolutely loved the first one and Below Zero, and as soon as I heard the next one was coming out, I was so excited. Now, we are still going to have to wait some time. It doesn't come out till 2025, but we got our first little glimpse of something amazing, and I'm going to show it to you today. So there was some leaks, but after the leaks, the devs came to the official Subnautica page and they wrote a blog post, and this is what they have said. Hello Subnauts, a few of you noticed some information shared online by our publishers, Grafton. While some of the news is exciting, we'd like to clarify. Early access is not intended for release in 2024, but we plan to share a lot more information later this year. In reference to games as a service, we simply plan to continually update the game for many years to come. Just like the previous two Subnautica games. Think our early access update model, expanded. No season passes, no battle passes, no subscription. The game is not multiplayer focused. Co-op will be an entirely optional way to play the game. You'll be able to enjoy the game as a single player. As always, we are so proud and incredibly grateful to have such a passionate and engaged community who love Subnautica games deeply. Thanks for keeping an eye out for any news about our progress on the next game. We're so excited to show you what we've been working on and hope that you love it as much as we do, the Subnautica team. Now, with this blog post as well, they officially dropped their first teaser, and it is a picture. Now, we know this is a in-game screenshot, and I am so excited because there are so many cool things in this picture that we're going to break down for you today. And also, we think we have found a fantastic and awesome secret in this picture. So stick around to see what we have found. So this is the screenshot, the first thing we have found, and already this looks amazing. So let's talk about the thing that jumps out the most to me, and that is the underwater vehicle, the submarine. Now, this looks very similar to the Seamoth, in my opinion, but there are some really interesting things on it. So I kind of want to explain my thoughts and process and why I think this. So to start things off, if you look at the back here, this looks like your propeller. Now, just below that, there literally looks like a connection to something. Now, do we think that this is going to be very similar to Below Zero, where you could add multiple things to your prawn suit? So again, if you look at this, do you think this could be the head of a prawn suit? Does that make sense? Like the top body, the cab, the compartment of the prawn suit, and then you'd have an extension which would be the body and the arms and the legs, or you could transfer it to storage or something like that. Now, that's the way I'm looking at it, and if it is, I am so excited for this, because that means that you can kind of multiple things onto different machines and vehicles, and yeah, for me, I'm so excited if I am right. But let us know in the comments what you think of this new Seamoth vehicle, and what you think it can be, because I'll be super excited to go through your comments at the end. Now, the next thing we see here is this shark-like creature. Now, this creature actually does remind me of something we have seen before, and it is the brute shark. So to me, it kind of looks a little bit like it. Obviously, there's a lot of differences, but they've got a very similar vibe to them, in my opinion. Again, let me know in the comments, but I really like the colouring of this as well. It's like really bright and vibrant. The mouth looks massive compared to obviously the Seamoth, so it means that we get to see maybe a very, very big creature at the beginning and the early stages of the game. Now, swimming next to this big shark-like creature, there are two little fish that actually remind me of the thermal lilies that heat you up in Subnautica Below Zero. But they also as well look like they could be very similar to a bleeder fish. Now, the bleeder fish, if you remember playing the first game, they're the ones that used to latch onto you, and I believe you found them first when we were searching through the crashed ship. But I wonder if these are a very similar creature that do attach onto you and obviously suck your blood, I suppose. Now, the next fish I want to talk about are the fish next to it, the pink ones with like the bubble around their head. Now, I don't know why, because they don't kind of look like it, but they do remind me of a bladderfish, and that could be the bladder around the head. So we could be able to get water from these. They have got a very similar vibe to the pepperfish as well that we eat, obviously with the big eye. But I personally think these are going to be the new bladderfish. Now, looking around the rest of this picture, there is the underwater kind of scene, as we've always seen it in Subnautica. So we do have kind of like your earthen coral, the tube-like coral. We also looks like we do have the table coral as well, maybe very similar on the side of the rocks that hopefully could be harvested. The same with the shelf coral that we've had before. The other thing that you can see by the looks of it is the outcrops. The outcrops look very similar to previous games, and also it looks like there's a new type of mushroom. And we know that it's obviously not the acid mushroom and the deep shroom mushroom, because it does look slightly different. But I guess we will only truly ever know when we start to play this game. Now for the big secret and the big reveal. So in this picture, in the left hand side of the screen, we can see a big rock. Now, this big rock, if you slightly look below it, we think this looks like a crab. Now, I'm saying that because it looks kind of similar to the crab squid. Well, the legs and maybe the eyes anyway. The top part, obviously not. Now, if you look at this, I actually think the whole of that rock is the crab's shell. Now, I know it sounds a bit crazy, but if you look at it, the size of it, it has to go somewhere. And I truly think that whole rock is the crab's shell. Now, this is another picture that was leaked, and I don't actually see much in this picture apart from we do see this big rock again right in the middle of the screen. Now, this rock is the same rock as before, so I really believe this is the crab and the crab shell, and it looks so good because it looks so camouflaged. So I'm wondering if there's going to be animals like this and creatures like this that are going to be so camouflaged that we don't know what they are until we come past them. But again, I am so excited that they have put things like this in the game, and I cannot wait to play it and see exactly what there is to find. Subnautica 2 looks amazing already, and we haven't even seen any true gameplay. We've only seen a couple of pictures. Now, I am going to be focused on this all the time, so any new things that come out about Subnautica 2, I will be putting them on my channel as soon as they come out. So if you are interested in this, then please think about hitting that subscribe button, hitting the notification bell, liking this video. But apart from that, thank you so much for watching this video, and we will see you next time in another Subnautica 2 video.